Good morning. It is July 13th and it's about 20 to 9. Just taking a look at the markets today. Hope you guys had a good trading day yesterday. I did pretty well. Um, I only took winning trades, but I cut my trades a little bit early. I was a little bit feeling a little bit cautious with us being at all-time highs, and I was trading to the long side, and the price action in the morning when I was trading just wasn't very strong, and so I ended up taking my trades off earlier than I probably should have and left a little bit of money on the table, but oh well. Market's pulling back now. I don't know if that's due to some of the earnings that are coming out. I know JP Morgan had blowout earnings, so a little surprising that we're pulling back, but we can see we just pulled back to this zone that we had outlined from yesterday, right here around 43.60. Didn't quite come down to the exact level, but came within the volume zone itself and got a nice little reaction, nice little bounce there. So you can see, I talk about all the time, we did get a reaction from the downside. You could have traded this short and gotten a little reaction there and for like a day trade. And then just coming back up and, prior resistance becomes support. So there we go. Nice little reaction there. You can see it a little bit more clearly if we go to the 5-minute. You can see how we came up into that area, pulled back, and then started to push up through. Again, pulled back a little bit again, but this would have been where I wanted to get it right here. I would have wanted to get out. That would have been a nice little trade. I probably would have gotten out even earlier, especially going counter trend like that. But this one right here worked out really nicely. There was also a nice trade in here. So from this consolidation yesterday, you could have taken this trade overnight. I don't often take overnight trades. I like to manage my trades, but every now and then I'll put one on with like half size. And this little zone right here, you could have taken a trade off of this. And that would have given you a nice little move there, taking some profits. And then again, we're just getting this pullback. We'll see where that ends up, if we're going to have a pullback day or not. We'll see. Just getting a sense of the big picture again, as I like to do every morning. So, here's our bigger swing, our little swing within it. We've got a nice break above now. So I like the way this looks. I'm going to move this green one at this point because this is definitely a nice clear higher highs. And then same thing, we got this little pullback on this purple swing. So you can call that the low if you want to, but this would be a safer low. So I'm going to kind of leave both of those there. So you can see I have two channels ultimately. And really now actually this purple one looks more like this, like that's the low that we're looking to come off of as we start to retrace. So really what we're looking for is a retracement somewhere into this area and then a push up. Otherwise we might, if we break this low here, right around that 43.41 mark where we tipped that basically pre-market yesterday. If we break that, then we might be looking at a little bit of a deeper retracement. We might come a little bit back in, but from the intermediate term standpoint, as long as we're above, we'll call it 42.79-ish, 42.78. As long as we're above that, then nothing to worry about as far as our bullish trend. So if you're a newer trader, definitely just be looking for entries to the long side. More advanced traders can play both ends of this thing if you want to. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And get rid of some of this old stuff on here. Sorry, I've got all kinds of Discord notifications coming in here. And let's just take a look. So I have this zone here. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted that because this is still an untested zone. So let's go down a little bit and just take a look at what's going on in here. So that's that little consolidation. And there's probably a little bit of volume. I think I had this as sort of like a low probability kind of thing, because you can see it's not like a tremendous amount of volume in there, but the high volume is basically right there. If we narrow it down, we'll get a clearer picture of that. But it's just really not pronounced. So not something that I'm personally looking to trade off of, but there is a little bit of consolidation there. To the very least, if you are short, you might look to take profits there. But nothing that's really pronounced to me throughout this uptrend. I'd be more apt to look for some kind of reversal down in here. But again, this was also pre-market and also low volume. So there just hasn't really been a lot of strong consolidation, right? So we've got this one here. This is where we're reacting to, right, right now. And then down in here, there's some consolidation in here. So this might be another area that we look to be interested in trading, and it might hit early because the volume starts up here. So I'm going to put a level here, but we'll mark out a zone where all the volume is. The tough thing about an area like this is that you may have to put your stop down under these lows, and that doesn't give you really great risk reward, because you've got this other high volume down here at these lows too. So it creates a little bit of a funky situation. I don't like when there's two high volume nodes like right up against each other. And I guess if I was more apt to take either one of these things, this is going to be removed at this point. If I was more apt to take any one of these things, I would be more inclined to take this one here at 43.47, because it just gives me a better support area. You can see below this is where volume really dries up. So this one, we might get a little reaction, but I'd be real careful. Basically, what we want to see, and you can see that a lot of that volume is coming from this, and it already got like reacted to in here. So yeah, I mean, most of that volume is actually from Friday, not from the price action in here, right? It's still the Friday price action. So again, that just makes me a little cautious. I kind of just hope we don't pull back to those levels, because as we get into that area, again, we're looking at Friday volume, which really technically, right, we came back, we sort of reacted to this, we came back down, we reacted to that, that held, and then we moved up. So we sort of consider this level spent. And so in fact, I'm going to make it a darker level because it's a little bit spent. And same with this one, it's a little bit spent already. And so we want to use caution on those levels. They've been used, right? So we very easily could come flying down through there. Got some volume here. This did get tested already, from this high, this reversal high. So this did get tested already. You can see we blew through it, tested it from the top, and then rocketed off. That was a great long opportunity there from Friday. So yeah, I mean, nothing too exciting, I guess, is like moral of the story for me right now. Nothing too exciting. I'm probably just going to be scalping the really short-term price action. We might come up and test the bottom of this and then reject down. There's some volume up here too, and then a sell-off. So if we do kind of continue float down here and then come up and retest, you might have a trade opportunity basically in here. There's a bunch of resistance in here, and I would be looking to potentially get short. But again, this level's been used. So most of this volume, just grab this, you can see most of that volume was from here. All right, this consolidation right in here from the start of the day yesterday. We were sideways for most of the day. And this is why you can see the price action yesterday just wasn't that strong. All right, we had bullish movement. We had some nice bullish movement, and then this sideways action, and then we just sort of grinded. And that's why I was kind of taking my trades off early. So yeah, we might get some reactions here. There's some more volume up here to sort of contend with. And then we can see that we came down, we tested this area. This is the area we tested in the overnight. That was the overnight trade that I mentioned at the start of this video. Created a little bit more volume, and then we kind of pushed back through. So we could come up and test that from the underside, and there could be a trade opportunity there. You can target, expecting this level to maybe get taken out. You could target this 43.71 from the underside as an entry short if we're going to get a deeper pullback today. You could be a little bit more conservative and try and take it from 43.74 from the underside. Either way, your stop's going to be above these highs somewhere, wherever you feel comfortable putting it. So I'm not sure totally if I'll take that trade or not, but it's something to keep an eye on. And again, this level in here, I don't know, it's a somewhat area of interest, but again, just not really convincing as far as sort of what went on there. We can see the volumes in here were pretty mediocre. If you're going to try anything, maybe it's something like there. But again, I'm going to make this a weaker level. I don't have a tremendous amount of confidence in that. So I'd rather take these stronger levels. And this might be just something that if I am short, I look to start to use caution or tighten up my stops or get out or anything like that. But I don't know we're going to come down that low. When we look at this bigger picture, we're pretty bullish right now. I think if we pull back down into this area, that would be fine. Some of these other weaker levels, pulling back into this would be a pretty deep pullback. At that point, we're looking at, possibly reacting to this larger auction where we have this big point of control from here, and then again, kind of from here. So, I'd be more aware of that stuff, because those are some bigger picture levels that we may get reactions to. If we're going to have a deeper pullback, it's probably some longer time frame players that are creating that. And so right now, we do have volume building up here, which means there is some amount of price acceptance. It's not like price is just trickling off when we get here. So I think this, to me, looks more like like we might just get a shallow pullback and then some continuation. Might be some good opportunities to enter swing trade opportunities, in there, because that's really more what that looks like to me, is swing trade opportunities. And again, this is just sort of what we're reacting to right now. It's just all this stuff in here, and you can see the reaction from these longer, bigger time frame players. So if you want to add, you can think about adding some positions and a stop under this low. That's something you could do. You could also put your stop under this deeper low, but for just a quick swing, you might want to be aware of this low right here at 43.41. So something to consider if you're going to consider something like that. Anyway, I'll be in the trade room, dpmtrades.com. Just click on community. You can join our free trade room. I do live commentary throughout the morning while I'm day trading, and I post levels that I'm looking at for trades. And you can join us there if you are looking for a supportive community to help you get your trading on the right track. It's a nice small group of folks that are all just trying to make some money. So, yeah, best of luck to you all today, and we'll check in with you later.